Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the rumors that there could be a new Gigafactory in Texas, so if you're interested, stay tuned. So right now, these are all really just rumors, but the other day, Elon switched his Twitter city to Austin, Texas, and he also asked the question, Giga Texas. So that's further fueling rumors, and maybe there is some actual truth to this rumor at this point. So I wanted to make this video because there's a ton of good reasons why a new Gigafactory in Texas makes a lot of sense for Tesla. And yes, before you get all up in arms, per Texas law, per Wikipedia, you cannot order a car, you can't buy a car in person in Texas directly from the manufacturer directly from the manufacturer. So that would be Tesla or any other, Honda, Toyota. But the difference is with Honda and Toyota is they sell their cars to dealerships, which are not owned by Honda or Toyota. And then basically they sell the cars to you. So that is true, but it doesn't matter because for potential owners, they can go into a Tesla store, check the car out, and then just order it online like the rest of us or order it by the phone. So it's not really a big deal. So to have a factory in Texas isn't a big deal because they just won't sell those cars in Texas. They'll just ship them out to wherever, Arizona or, whatever other states are around, and your problem is solved. So is that an efficient way to do it? Probably not the best way to do it, but until the Texas state government gets their act together, this is how they're going to have to do it. So why do I think Texas would be a great place for the next Gigafactory? Well, there is the mantra that everything is bigger in Texas, which is totally true. There's tons of cheap land in Texas, which would be perfect for a huge factory. And on top of that, like the issues they're having in Berlin, you're not going to have to deal with damaging the habitat because there's just tons of open land. And you're obviously not going to have to be worrying about World War II bombs that they're detonating out in Berlin, because obviously World War II wasn't in the US. Texas also has a ton of sun and wind, so you could use the sun and wind power to help try and power the factory. And on top of that, if it doesn't, that's going to make the utility bills for the factory a lot cheaper because of all that basically free energy. Another reason for Texas is taxes. So the state does not charge income tax for businesses, and they have a very, very small franchise tax for businesses. And so basically your taxes are going to be supremely lower than say here in California where, Fremont, the factory is now. I always find this one funny, but standard of living is way cheaper in Texas. So me and my wife like watching HGTV a lot, and we watch Chip and Joanna all the time in Waco when they're building their houses. And we always joke that these huge houses they have out there that are, 4,000 square feet, like 5 bedrooms, we could buy like 4 of those houses out there compared to the one house we have here. So standard of living is way cheaper out there, but they have very skilled workers just like out here. So you can pay them a lot less. You're going to get the quality work that you get out here, and they're going to be happy because they're getting paid a livable wage for that area. A Texas Gigafactory would also give direct access to the UK and Europe via the Gulf of Mexico. So right now, for shipping cars from Fremont, they have to go through the Panama Canal, which we all know is a very skinny canal. Huge boats don't fit through there. There's definitely protocols for that, which basically slows down the time that the boats can get through from the Pacific to the Atlantic. And so they would not have to deal with that if there's a Gigafactory in Texas. So obviously this is going to cut down on those wait times for cars. So basically like right now, for the Model 3, we're up to like 8 weeks wait time. So that's going to really kill that lead time and really bring it down. And of course with the Model Y coming as well, that's going to be a new huge demand factor for a lot of people. So that's going to really help if they can build another Gigafactory and, they can build those cars, in Texas and Berlin or wherever. Just having another Gigafactory in general is going to give them more cars that they can sell in a faster time period. A Texas Gigafactory also gives them access to Eastern South America and Africa. So if those countries, if we, start moving or start selling cars there at some point, Gigafactory Texas would make a lot of sense because it's really close. And again, you don't have to deal with the Panama Canal, straight to the Gulf of Mexico, and you can get to those countries and continents very easily. Since Texas is a central state in the United States, this will really help with East Coast orders. So we obviously have Fremont for the West Coast, but having a central Gigafactory will also cut down wait times for the East Coast. And if there's just too much demand here on the West Coast for whatever reason, we can always send cars this way as well from Texas. So having 2 Gigafactories in the US will greatly cut down on wait time for Model 3s and probably the Model Y once it comes out, since Elon thinks that's going to be even more popular than the 3. And this is just pure speculation on my part, but I'm thinking if there were 2 Gigafactories, you could probably cut that wait time probably at least in half because of how many cars 2 Gigafactories can produce compared to just 1. I think the growth would be exponential having 2 Gigafactories over 1. And of course, since Texas loves their trucks, I would think that the Cybertruck will be built at Gigafactory Texas at some point. And so that way, basically, you've got the trucks as close to the source where these people love these trucks as possible. You get them shipped out to, say, Arizona. People in Texas order them online, and then they ship them right back to Texas for these people to take delivery of these orders. Another reason Austin, Texas is a really good location is because John Goodenough works for the University of Texas, Austin. And if you're not familiar with that name, he is the person who invented the lithium-ion battery. And so obviously that makes a ton of sense for Tesla because that's all they use in their cars. So they could definitely work with him or pick his brain on battery chemistry. And so that would be a huge asset to have him like a stone throw away from the Gigafactory. So those are all the reasons I could think of on why a Gigafactory in Texas would be a great location for the next one. If not, where do you think the best next location would be? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.